So everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. This idea kind of floated around in my head. I figured I'd throw it out there. You know, the traditional throw shit against the wall and see if it sticks. But could the Los Angeles Kings bring a former junior king back to the City of Angels this week of the draft via trade? Obviously, I'm talking about Beau Bennett, who I thought was going to be a stud playing with Crosby, Malkin, and Pittsburgh when the Penguins drafted him back in 2010. Obviously, that hasn't been the case because he seems like he spent more time in the trainer's room than on the ice. Just kind of a rough go of it, and he's got 16 NHL goals to show for 129 games in the show. Not exactly, what they thought they were getting when they took him in the first round back then. Whatever. They're gonna tender him a contract. He'll be a restricted free agent. He'll get a little bit more than the league minimum. Is what it is. But Pittsburgh needs to pinch every penny they can. So could they move Beau Bennett for a low-level draft pick, cut their losses, and give him a clean slate? I think they can. I think they will. And I think a great fit for him is Los Angeles, where he's from. He's from Gardena, California. What do I mean? The Kings won't rely on him to be a top 6 guy. Those fantasies are out the window. Just because he put up video game numbers for the Pennington Vees back in 2009, 2010, and parlayed that into, being a first-round pick, doesn't mean he's going to be a scorer. That ship has sailed. But the Kings are going to lose Trevor Lewis to free agency. Obviously Lucci's a different story. Well, that's all a different thing. I'm talking right now about Trevor Lewis. Trevor Lewis is a nice fourth-line player that was a good piece to the 2 Cup wins in LA. But some team will come in and overpay him. That's just the way it goes. A guy like Trevor Lewis, some idiot GM like, I don't know, Benning or Don Sweeney will fall in love with the fact that he has 2 Stanley Cup rings and be like, yep, we're gonna break the bank for him, and whatever. And I think from there, he'll be over. He's gonna price himself out of LA, and they're gonna have a void to fill. Enter Bennett. I'm not saying he's the same style player as Trevor Lewis, but he can kind of fill that niche and not cost you a lot. The fact he's from LA is a nice little side too. So, am I crazy for thinking this marriage can work? I don't know. And we've seen the hometown kid thing not work in Boston with Jimmy Hayes. That experiment has failed miserably. But I just think given bottom 6 minutes on a team like the Kings, Beau Bennett, if he can stay healthy, which with him is, I'm trying to think the most injury-plagued athletes, he's up there. It just seems like the guy spends more time in the I use that line of mine. The guy spends more time in the training room than on the ice, but we'll see what happens. I think it's a cool thing to think about. So, and again, Pittsburgh, they can pinch every penny. We'll see what happens. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for more episodes for the off season and beyond. Later, guys.